Okay, so continuing on with Danaher's Kimura system, we are looking at this dorsal position. So last time we looked at moving from the, just don't worry about hands yet, moving from this position to the side Kimura position, okay? But obviously if you just turn it the way around, keep going, perfect, stay there.
Yep.
Okay, so again, we always go back and then when we're doing Danaher stuff, what the central problem is. Getting Ryan's left arm behind his back, that's the central problem. Especially in this dorsal position, he is going to fight tooth and nail to keep his hands in front. There are different grips he can make. He can grab his hands, he can grab inside of his leg, that's a good grip too. He can grab actually his own material, even though it's illegal for Ryan to grab my material. There's nothing to stop him, that waistband in those spots. That can be a difficult grip to break. So, let's talk about two methods of breaking this hand-to-hand grip. The problem is, when I make a connection, so again, we want to be putting tension in the arm. The crook of my arm is around the crook of Ryan's arm. I'm gluing this to my armpit, just like we talked about. The problem is now, there's too much play in that. I'm looking, just relax 1 second, I'm looking to pull it this way, get the wrist in line with the shoulder line, and then bring it behind the back. The problem is now when he goes hand to hand, there's just too much play in this arm. I need a wedge. So we have two options from here. Option one is, if his arm is out, if his elbow is away from his body, I just bring in my shin line here and make a wedge. Once I've done that, and again, that can be sometimes difficult, just with Ryan moving and stuff. So a good skill to have is the control with the pull arm. So I'm going to release with my push arm, and I just make a grip here. So if Ryan actually tries to free his right arm from, or his left arm from me, it's difficult. I cannot let his elbow get inside mine. So this ability to pin this and control it and have the confidence to let go and control it with one arm, I can put my hand on the mat and then I can make that wedge. Then my hand comes back up to the grip again. Again, because he's covering the grip that I want, I will be higher up on this. Now I glue it to my body. Don't let me break it, bro. So now from there, this wedge holds Ryan's bottom arm in place. From this, I don't want him re-grabbing, so I immediately keep it in line with the shoulder line. Then we're doing that reverse motorcycle grip, and I'm dropping my elbow to the mat and moving into the power line. Exactly what we did last time. That's method one. Method two, Ryan switched on and now he's kept this elbow glued to his body here. So from this position, I can't get the wedge in. So all I'm going to do from here is still that ability to control with one hand. Now my free hand comes inside and grabs his thigh. Okay. From that position now, I keep, again, anytime Ryan's loose from here, I have it. Okay. He will be keeping tension in his arm, keeping this locked. That's perfect. So now I keep it controlled with one, my hand comes inside, and if there's tension in that arm, watch what happens. The minute I flare my elbow, look at the way his elbow come out. If there's not tension in his arm, and I do that, keep your elbow tucked, and his arms are loose, I'm just coming back to this to break it that way. Okay, there has to be, he would have to be keeping tension in that. So the second method is, keep it controlled, hand comes inside, I can grab over the top, I can grab underneath. From here, I flare, keep your elbows tight, that opens the elbow, and then I bring the shin in. Now we're back into the same position again. So again, I just raise that, notice the way I've made the wedge. Ryan's right arm can't follow me, and now from there, reverse motorcycle grip, get my elbow behind, just the same drill that we did last week. Johnny's in. So from our position, perfect. Just turn onto your left side and head towards me. Head towards me, yeah, perfect. And this side's perfect. Okay, so we're here. So I'm in this dorsal position. The central problem is getting his hand behind. Johnny knows that. Here he's going to be keeping massive grips there. So the first one is, if his elbow's out a little bit, this ability to control this with one hand, try to get your elbow to the mat, I just keep the crook of his arm glued to my chest, having that the confidence to let go of that. Now from there I can put my hand on the mat and bring my shin in. Once I get my knee to the mat, now I'm back to that grip again. Keep your grips. So now it's glued. Raise up. I'm just posturing. Keep your grip, bro. All my back muscles are into that. He's just using his weak hand grip. I can just stretch away. Notice the way when I was here, make your grips. There's no wedge there. Once I have that wedge, this is effortless. Once I break it, I keep it in line with the shoulder. Reverse motorcycle grip. Drop my elbow behind. Turn my hip. Get on the power line. And we're in. Second option. This time he keeps his elbow glued to his body. So now, again, instead of posting to bring my hand in, my hand comes inside and grabs his thigh. If there's tension, pull tight, keeping his elbows glued to his body. Watch what happens when I flare that out. That elbow comes away, and then I can just wedge it again. Then we're back into the same sequence again. I've made that wedge, glue it, using my whole core. Look how far I can break that back. Keep it in line. Reverse motorcycle grip. Elbow comes to the mat. Turn my hip. Get on the power line. And all the things that we learned in the previous weeks is there. So that's dealing with the hand-to-hand grips.